So I had to put this out tonight. It couldn't wait. JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States, decided to step in for Charlie Kirk in the Charlie Kirk show. I believe this happened today. And in the midst of that, of course, he did nothing but drive more propaganda, more lies, just blatant lies to people's faces, because they ultimately know that these people are literally the dumbest people on the planet. Okay, I'm sorry. They're not the dumbest people on the planet. They're just some of the dumbest people in America.
Writer accuses Charlie of saying, and I quote, "Black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously." But if you go and watch the clip, the very clip she links to, you realize he never said anything like that. He never uttered those words.
If we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
These are the games that they play. He said, I quote, and then they say if you go watch the video, which they're banking on the fact that majority of the people that they are streaming to will not watch the video because they're hearing it from JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States. Technically, he wasn't lying. Why wasn't he lying? Because he gave a specific set of words that he said, she said. When you are a misrepresenting, lying piece of shit, that works. And those are the type of games that they play. It doesn't matter how evil these people are, how many times they lie, they don't care. That's why when Charlie was taken off of the planet, that's why HBCUs started receiving threats and why they shut down the following days. Because this isn't about anything but evil and hate. These are Confederates that voted in a Confederate to the White House, and that Confederate that's leading the United States of America is switching everything back to the Confederate days as much as they can. So all the Confederates that have been bred from back when we had the Civil War are now able to come out and recreate the hate and chaos that they once had. And that's where we are. But what I'm not going to do is sit back and allow for these fake ass hypocrite Christians to pretend like they don't know and didn't have the opportunity to see the truth. That's what I'm not going to let happen, because I've watched it for too long and I've seen too many people go along with it that I can't allow for people to plead ignorance any longer. That's why I do what I do. So if you appreciate and approve, please like and share it. Spread the word. Follow me on YouTube as well. Appreciate y'all.